welcome back to IG versus Rave, your deciding game number 3. Winner of this match moves right along. They stay alive in the bracket. The loser walks away with a little bit over $110,000. Of course, you're watching the Dota 2 Asia Championships, coverage brought to you by The Score Esports. And Ben, with that said, game 3's underway.
Alrighty,
let's do it. Draft. Here we go. I always love doing that. You snap and things happen. Makes me feel so important. Whoosh. The best part is when production hears that, they're just not going to switch. They make me look like an ass. I love you, Brian.
Alright, here we go. Vengeful Spirit, I would say pretty high impact in both Game 1 and in Game 2. No surprise to see Vengeful Spirit be the top pick of game number 3. Again, not surprised to see IG ban out Medusa. Just don't want to handle it. Don't want to deal with it. They tried really hard in game 1. Couldn't let it happen. I'm actually surprised to see Rave ban. I feel like Jug's pretty good for Shadow Fiend, but at the same time, they just didn't really have a solution to him.
Yeah, they're going to go for the Axe here, something that IG ran really well in Game 1, and I really like this a lot. I mentioned it towards the end of the last game. I felt like they did. You mentioned they didn't have a lady presence from their supports, and I feel the one here that can give it to them is the cast Chen. So they'll take it first phase since IG have been banning it second. I think this hero could turn the tides for them. Not saying it will, but it's probably their best shot at having a good laning stage.
Bat Rider. I like Bat Rider
Spicy.
a lot. He's good. I don't know. I think he probably will fit well into IG's playstyle versus Rave, just because they have farms so heavily centered on a couple of heroes, and that taking one of them out of the fight is just much worse than against other teams. But at the same time, I mean, Rave has Axe. Axe offlane is extremely difficult to deal with if you don't have the right tools.
For now, IG trusting in the bat initiation, which this hero has mostly been first phase banned as the tournament's moved along, and it's interesting because he was not prioritized much in the group stage, but Axe kind of reminds me of the way that like a lot of the Chinese teams look at anti-mage at like TI2 and TI3, where maybe he's not always the strongest hero in the meta, but it's just when you really need a win in the clutch, nothing beats that lasso force staff initiation. Catch someone out of position, great around the pit, and just look to win the game off of one quick gank. Just a kind of a safe way to play. And with the Venge first pick, the other nice thing is the best counter to the lasso has now been removed.
Naga's still good.
Naga's out there. Also, the Wisp is out there, which can be somewhat of a solution to the lasso.
I thought they were going to pick Wisp in game 1. I don't think Rave will pick it in game 2.
Yeah, I feel like the Chen Wisp would be really good with the Medusa, but obviously that Medusa banned out. So Rave don't want to get cheesed out by IG. They will ban the Drow. Now the two big pushing heroes both removed, Lycan as well as Drow.
10 seconds to pick.
So we're not likely to see a super fast game unless heroes start giving up a lot of kills.
I mean, Rave still has the potential to... I guess, yeah, both teams can't really end the game that quickly.
Reserve time.
Let's see... What's on the docket for these two? Venge and Bat is, I think, a really strong opener. I think they also need to be able to put a lot of pressure on the offlaner, and I think that June also had a much better game, game 2 than game 1. He had a lot more impact on the clockwork, I feel like.
Alright, well, it's going to be the 4th ban coming out now for IG. Rave still really not showing their cores, so a JO hero's a logical ban. Maybe something... Well, let's see. They have decent initiation for Storm with the Venge Bat, but they don't have like a great hard counter for him. And I feel like that's the type of hero that Rave could use to just take over a game. In fact, they're even going to ban out Lion. So it's a hero that at least you want to keep on your radar against Rave. Chrissy single-handedly won on that BO1, I would say. Not to say he's the only player that played well, but like it just got to a point where there's nothing you could do against the Storm.
Yeah, Chen's Storm is really strong too. Like he. On top of it, just keeping him alive through disables, so send back and initiate, or just sending him back so he can heal and then TP back and then initiate it again and get a couple of kills in one team fight is just incredible. So Rave looking for their 4th ban right now. Let's see. Ancient Apparition, I personally didn't think it had that much of an impact in game number 1, but they still will take it out. And Rubik, some teams turn to the Rubik as a solution for the Bat Rider. It has to be a really excellently played Rubik in order to even deal with a Bat Rider on a reasonable level. Very quick reflexes and very good positioning.
Now the Bristleback. Wisp is still out there. We've seen that Bristle Wisp before from a few teams. In fact, MVP, the team that really likes to run it.
There's only I think two heroes that can actually make Bristle face the way they want him to, and that's Axe and Legion. And we saw that a lot in game number 1 of Secret versus Vici, where Bristleback would be super vulnerable because he was positioned the wrong way. Not by choice, of course.
10 seconds to pick.
But he does have a lot of AoE. Axe is also one of those heroes that likes to stick around in the fight, in the front line for a long time, and Bristleback is really good versus sort of strategies. Also has a fair amount of AoE and just general tankiness.
Oh, there's your counter to the tanky course. We saw this from EG the other day. Bristleback might have some trouble against that Aghanim Scepter ultimate later on. Alright, Rave not afraid to change things up in a deciding match here, Ben.
Necrophos Chen is really strong, a lot of sustain, and that's one of the main reasons why they banned out AA. I was thought it was because game 1, but it was because they actually running a healer strat.
And if they're able to get someone that can damage towers, they might even be able to just roll over the base fairly early on.
I mean, I still think he's vulnerable to getting lassoed, though. Like, Necrophos, if he's taking on the fight instantly, it's so devastating.
They don't have great counter-initiate against that. They have lift.
Yeah,
that's really about it.
I mean,
and maybe a send back, but that's going to be tough.
That is really tough. I mean, Chen Heal is alright, but yeah, Necrophos cannot afford to be out of position like that. So I think IG, they need more burst to dump in a Batrider ultimate right now. I don't particularly like Skywrath in this particular game. I think they need more sustained damage. Like Venge, I view as much more sustained damage than a Skywrath because of the Howl and the Aura and whatnot.
What is IG going to go for here? They need a 430 hero. The Bristleback, it could go to June in the offlane. Could be something Luo takes up. They're going to go Tinker. They're anticipating some heavy push. One of the best heroes to stall. The legendary 430 Tinker. This hero's been nerfed seemingly into the ground, but he looks to rise from the ashes here. Interesting pick.
I like Tinker here a lot. It gives him huge burst during Batrider. It's also really good against a push, and like try as hard as you want with like 3-4 healers. You're just not pushing into March unless you have like pipes and BKBs and mechs. I mean, technically they can mech plus Hand of God plus Necrophos, but still, it's just going to be extremely difficult. Also scales really well. You can also like E-Blade people who get spun on by Axe, or just E-Blade the Axe himself. A great Ferrari 430 hero. Scales better than a Quas Wex Invoker. I think that's also something that they liked in game number 1. And of course he plays an amazing Tinker.
Yeah, the main issue with the Tinker sometimes is like, can you have a decent start? And Rave have a pretty good dual roaming combo, the Rubik Chen, but it's going to come down to who are they ganking for. If it's like a Necrophos or Axe, that's not a particularly easy kill.
Yeah, I do like.
But they may not have picked their mid just yet.
Yeah, who plays Necrophos on their team?
I would guess it's going to be Jayo's hero, but I'm not actually sure. I don't know if they've run it yet this tournament. Maybe something our stats man can let us know.
Disruptor's been banned out. It really looks like a Storm pick. Oh, okay. Storm ban. Never mind.
Yeah, would have been great against the Tinker. And they don't have much catch for him right now, so with this, Rave may have to adjust their strategy if it was something they were considering.
Yeah, all the good heroes that pick are non-safe lane farmers, except for Spectre, I would say.
You know, to be honest, I think they could have gone Storm there and then waited to pick Necrophos until the last pick. Just because it's not like IG are going to ban Necrophos. It's not something Rave have run at all this tournament.
Yeah.
But Rave have a different idea. They're going to pick up a TA, and now we'll see IG trying to do what Vici Gaming couldn't. They go for the Bounty Hunter, the counter-jungling support to try and shut down this Chen early on. It actually worked well for Vici in the laning stage. That wasn't the issue. It was later on, when the push came, the Bounty Hunter just did nothing.
It's good versus TA, too. I would say, like, TA is actually somewhat susceptible to being kited, even with Psionic Trap. And I mean, obviously it's good versus Mel, but more for the fact that she can't actually stick on to targets. And combine that with, like, Bristleback, who already is going to be really fast with Warpath. Combine that with Batrider, who's already has flying and Napalm. Like, just good luck catching some of these heroes.
Rave now. All heroes being picked up, just waiting on that final selection from Chrissy, who has not yet grabbed that Templar Assassin. But we're going to get underway. The pick's now done. The draft will end, and the fun begins. This is your deciding Game 3. IG taking on Rave. Former TI2 champions facing off against the pride of the Philippines. The last SEA team standing is MVP Phoenix, one of the first to fall here in the Dota 2 Asia Championships. Here we go. We'll introduce the teams now. IG going to be on the Radiant. We start with 430. He'll be playing the Tinker, going mid. It's Chuan handling your Vengeful Spirit. Luo going to be taking up the Bristle Boss. June on the Batman, for now heading down towards bottom, and at least Chizbug as the support counter jungling bounty hunter. And on the side of Rave, they have Cast playing the Chen, Ninja Boogie with Dust already on your Rubik, so potential for killing here perhaps. Jo will be handling the Necrophos. Chrissy, as mentioned, going mid on the TA, and that does leave Ryo as the off-lane Axe.
Wait, so what is IG doing for lanes? June has been scouted out by the Axe on the bottom lane, so does that mean he's starting off in the jungle? Does that mean Chizbug's actually off laning?
I'm pretty sure they're going to send the Bat off lane and just have the bounty hunter following the Chen around.
Okay, but why would Bat go to the bottom immediately at the start then? I guess
maybe worried about defending their jungle,
Yeah.
although I feel like Rave are more likely to defend their own rather than attacking IGs, because they're the ones with the Chen.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are they going to do? Contest with the Necro and the Chen?
It was a little curious. But yeah, it seems like that Batman will in the end head towards top, so...
Maybe it's a fake out too. They may be.
That's true. They could be trying to show the Bat bottom, and... Although, I mean, would IG really do anything different with their
They could do a
lanes?
Bristle Venge off. That's actually somewhat scary, and the Rubik can't really leave the lane or Necrophos will get dove. No, Necrophos is a difficult hero here because he needs a lot of farm. If Bristle can get to the point where he's not worried about the Necrophos and can just stick on him before Necrophos can kill the Bristle, then he's in a really tough spot. But if he gets strong enough to the point where he can get mech and fend off a Bristleback or right-clicking him, then Bristleback's his damage potential will be heavily limited. So June actually starting off.
Oh, Jo off the bat taking some harass here. Chizbug does no oof. He's got the boots. He'll lay into him now. He could get the double Shadow Walk proc if his times are just right, but they would need a bit more for the kill. But if he gets an oof, there's a lot of potential for killing Jo here early on. Something that he'll have to be cautious about is currently no Rubik in the lane. Now going to arrive. So looking at our mid lane, Ben, it's going to be Tinker versus TA. Now, I have seen a few Tinkers opt to skip March and just go for the Laser Rocket build since the change, but do you think that's the case up against this Chen?
I think the March build is just a lot safer. Like, if you get behind, you can March. If you get behind with Laser Rocket, you're boned. And also versus TA with Refraction, you can't count on those hitting versus a good TA.
Yeah, so, okay. We'll see if that's the build for 430. For now, saving skill points. Cast is off jungling. Want to point out he does have a Sentry Ward here. He's gotten pretty good spawns, but unfortunately, that Bounty Hunter going to be leeching a lot of experience, and he's out of vision of the Sentry. Well, if he wants to.
He's not leeching.
He's actually out of range right now.
Okay, now he is.
Yeah, he's chilling. He'll get close to level 2. And Cast probably realizes he's in the neighborhood at this point, but not really going to matter. He's still having a good start. Level 3 already. Well, overall, Chen doing well. TA doing pretty well mid. The Bristleback having an easy time of it in the safe lane.
Oh, they might go for a kill on Chrissy. Oh man, had he gone to that rune, I think he actually would have died. But they had vision of the Bat Rider.
Yeah, with that, it's a 3-hero rotation, but now they know there's a ward, so IG get a pretty important D ward here. Well, I think they get the D ward. Looks like a miss. How many misses is that? That's like 5 or 6, I think.
45 damage.
Easy.
5 hits to kill a ward.
Brutal. Chizbug still roaming around, and they're setting a bit of a trap here for your bounty hunter, but Chizbug not falling for it just yet. Doesn't have an obs, but he sees Ninja Boogie's missing from this top lane from that other observer ward, so perhaps he realizes that the Rubik's on the prowl along with the Chen.
So Ferrari has gone for the 2 points in 2 points in rock. 2 points in March with the 1-1.
They are smoked now, though.
Oh, no.
This could be bad. Meanwhile, the top lane, there is a bit of a dive. Your Bat Rider going... Oh, no. He's gone too far. June, he's got to scurry to the trees quickly, but Ninja Boogie's going to be here. Lift him up into the clapper. No, just straight up and down. But that'll do the trick. Jo will get the first blood. He'll be able to heal up nicely off of this. And he survives against all odds.
And that was close to 7 stacks.
Now the Bounty Hunter's going to swing around mid, but unfortunately the Courier's already upgraded, so Chizbug unlikely to be able to get this kill. Just going to ward for now. The Courier will make its way back. Maybe he can. Needs the one more auto attack. Has the speed burst.
The 2 hits, can't kill it. Wow.
Do you even lift Chizbug? Please.
Does Oof work on Couriers?
I'm not actually sure. Well, now he gets one. We'll find out soon, I suppose. Maybe we will. The burning questions that keep you up at night. Does Rave work on couriers? But so far, I have to say, Ben, the Bounty Hunter pick has not gotten much done. He hasn't really slowed down the Chen. They get the first blood. He's still jungling freely. Hasn't leached much experience. The pressure just hasn't been there. He's only level 2. And I mean, this Chen hasn't had a massive start, but later on in the game, who's going to have the bigger impact? That's the question. Uh-oh, they might find Chizbug here. They have a lift. Dust, I believe, still a Ninja Boogie. He'll pop it now, and Chizbug needs to hit someone, but it wouldn't really matter, even if he gets rid of that slow. He still goes down.
I
just
think
not
he needs to
making it
be
work.
camping Necrophos. I think they can actually get a kill on Necrophos. Even though he already got 1 kill on June, like, you're going to be taking stacks on Necrophos. You can't avoid getting, like, 3 stacks a lot on the Necrophos, but I think they'd have best kill potential on him. Axe, maybe, but it's 2 melee heroes trying to dive an Axe. That would also be a little bit difficult too. So Chizbug, I mean, obviously you want to keep the Chen down, but it's gotten to that point where he's too weak.
And now the Chen has I think the Chen is level 5 now. If he's not, he's very close to it. Level 4.5. So once he gets the 3 creeps, if he has Dust and Sentries, he may be able to solo kill that Bounty Hunter. Like, he's had the Rubik with Dust nearby, but it's getting to that point where he just can't really fight him anymore.
He's also not blocking the stacks. They're stacking a lot for TA/Necro.
So what do you think as far as IG? Given that the Bounty Hunter experiment is mostly a fail,
Gank.
how do they kind of make up for this, and what's their game plan moving
One
forward?
is stack for Ferrari, 2 is just get ganks on better heroes. Don't gank the Chen. He's already in a very well fortified position. He's higher level, way higher level than the Bounty Hunter, and on top of that they have Dust on Rubik. So here they go for maybe a setup on Jo. Just wait for him to get 3 stacks and then go make a kill. And they're trying to. He only has 550 HP.
Rubik sitting bottom. I'm curious if he has a TP scroll. Although with Jo this far out, it probably would have
I don't know.
mattered.
Bat Rider's actually too low now because he's going to get Reapered.
But if they can't even get that kill, he's still level 2. This Bounty Hunter is going to become a liability. I mean, he already is a liability. He's going to become a huge liability very soon.
Oh, Chuan has a big ol' stack too.
Yeah, fat stack for 430 to farm here. And I guess this is the adjustment.
Axe might actually steal it with illusions. Oh, that would be devastating.
For now, he's got the small camp. He may suspect this, but Lil gets caught up bottom lane. Will there be any more spins? Nope. He needs 1 more, maybe 2 for the dunk. That even Zap just trying to stay close. He's almost in chop range. Got him. Ryo with the kill. Now looking for Chuan as well. The spin comes out, the call rather, and they've got the double dunk. It's 2 kills for Ryo. Meanwhile, top lane, there's going to be an engagement as the Chen is looking to push, and coming around from the side is the Bounty Hunter. Just kidding. No engagement, just a push. Can they really stop this push? They don't have BOTs yet, Tinker. Looks like this tier 1 may fall pretty early.
Well, if Jo keeps tanking Firefly, yeah.
And tower shots. Well, maybe not. That could have been a tower push, though. He's got his ulti online, and they look to go on Jo. Can they get off the stun? He's going to Reaper Chizbug. He will get the kill, deleting him for 46 seconds. Now the send back. Can they kill Jo in time? No! He survives. They force up the Tron TP. Nothing going IG's way now is 430. Those BOTs can't come quick enough because he's got a lot of work to do to get his team in this game.
Yeah, they need more levels on Bounty Hunter. Like level 2 Shadow Walk and like maybe a level 2 Shuriken toss. If we were level 5, I think it'd be easy kill, but I mean, they just not enough damage done.
This game has the potential to just spiral out of control because you've got great push from Rave at this stage before the BOTs and Blink are up on the Tinker. So if they take these outer towers, then they can go into Roche. With TA, Roche is easy to claim. And at that point, they may reach critical mass where they can just start outmap controlling IG, bottling them up, and it's not like they have any great split pushers outside of Tinker. The Tinker's the one hero who can stall the game, and as long as they can keep 430 going, they have a shot, but this tempo really favoring Rave right now.
June's burning all the creeps. Can he get the tower deny?
That's your mech almost complete now. Buckler picked up. I don't think he has the headdress yet.
Uh-oh. We're already looking for Ferrari.
Oh, hasted axe. He's got his blink soon. If they get this kill, it would be huge. I don't think he can on his own, though. He's not even going to try.
Man, him getting that double kill on bottom is huge for them.
What a fast blink. And he was an offlane axe. You don't expect much out of that. They're already starting to worry about the Roshan, I think. Chizbug now going to ward. There's some ancient killing potential for Rave. Not a ton, though. And they're actually swinging around onto the Bristle Boss. He's got Blink Dagger Gold now, Ryo, but he's going for the call. Following this up will be the Rubik with the lift. The Zap comes out as well. They're almost got him in chop range. Where's that Battle Hunger? It comes in now, but it's not quite enough damage to get the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, the Bounty Hunter, again, just going for these weird backstab plays, but there's nothing to backstab.
The chicken.
No, can't even kill it now with the Oov. I guess we're about to find out.
The real questions.
Let no more
Okay.
couriers die
He
with
does
the
get it.
stench of evil
Nicely
on their
done by
souls
Chisbug.
as
Well,
dire
that's something nice
as
for them.
That's a big net worth there as well. 2150 on the courier.
That's also BOT's up.
All right, so they'll have 3 minutes where Chrissy will be a bit more squishy. Jo now getting lassoed and pulled back in. He does have stick charges. I don't think they're enough to keep him alive. The Hand of God, he doesn't have Reaper mono now, though, and IG look to run him down. 3 heroes rotating. Cast, though, there to support him with the body block. Or bodyguard, I should say. They'll send Jo on back. Chisbug unable to finish him off in time. Meanwhile, bottom lane already coming in is your Tinker, but TP gets cancelled as the creep will die. To turn this game around. I mean, especially for the new
Who ended up taking out that stack?
in the Radiant jungle?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was the Tinker. I don't know if we caught it on
I
camera.
don't know. I think 10 minutes, though, he can actually get it a little bit quicker. Because TA's been free farming, right? And
Yeah.
he's actually more farmed than the Tinker. I think if Tinker is free farming and gets that stack, he's way ahead of the TA. Even with 1 tower difference. I don't actually know who took that out. It doesn't look like it was Bristle. Maybe it was Axe when he was sweeping through? I don't know. June is also not that farmed. So,
They have a double damager in here now on the Bounty Hunter. Doesn't have the mech yet on the Chen. But Raver on the smoke again. They want to keep the pressure up, constantly go for the ganks. Ideally find that Tinker in the woods. That would be huge for them.
this Bristle's useless.
Radiant
He's a red
sure
herring.
are loving those invulnerable towers.
Oh, mid lane. The push continues. Out comes the TA and the Bounty Hunter initiation. As the TA looks for the tower last, it's denied by 430, and now the chase might be coming. No chase. In fact, Chen Creep's going to work. Oh no! 3-hero call! This is bad for IG! Dunk number 1. Ryo could be the second dunk. He chases back and forth. The laser not really offering much as 430 is pursued out. Trap gonna slow him down. Just a little bit. Blink, call, chop. He's looking for more. Does he have the mana for another one? He doesn't, but he gets the kill. He's going to survive taking the creep wave. 4 dead. Oh my.
Why is
What a
Chuan-
call.
Why is Chuan standing right next to Tinker? Oh man, it's all in the Ferrari basket now.
It really is. It looked like they were going to blunt the aggression.
They were so close to, but now they give up Roche off the back of that. Where's Luo? He's just sitting there farming bottom. There's a huge engagement.
He wanted his items. Wanted that Vanguard first.
Oh lord.
When we clicked on him last time, I don't actually know if he had a TP, but
I mean,
he could have won. He could have honestly run to the side shop, got 1 TP'd in, and 2 of his teammates would have still been alive. That's how long that fight was.
wow, that's really bad for them. All they need is like 2 kills, and then Bounty Hunter will be level 6, and then they can start working with track. But they've just, I don't know. It's a lackluster game from IG.
Maybe Rave will upset them. Can the Filipinos keep on moving through DAC?
The Chen Necrophos are like that duo is working really well.
We haven't seen it hit its stride yet. They don't have mech. The Necrophos' first item hasn't even come out. Once they do, it's going to be hard to depush.
Yep, he has his Atos really soon too. Like he has a lot of HP. They don't have enough burst to deal with the Chen Senback because a lot of their damage is like slow damage, like March and Firefly Burn, as well as like Bristleback Quill stacking. So that makes things a lot easier for the Chen and then Necrophos just stay alive. They also just own top. They took down the tower. They
Courier snipe again by Chisbug though. He's going to find a top. All right, is this going to be like that Cloud9 Meepo game from TI? Courier Snipe's winning them the game?
It's
That's a
giving them
double
a lot of
Courier
gold.
Snipe. That's, what is that, like close to 1800 now?
It's a lot of gold. It's really important for them. Well,
Now, the other thing to mention, I think, is that Rave don't really have good catch on the Tinker once he gets a Blink. They have Blink Call. That's not great. No Storm, no Bat Rider.
I mean, Atos plus Psionic Trap is a lot of slow though.
Yeah,
That's
if you
most
find him in the first place.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't stop Blink.
And now they are going to get their Blink on June. IG not out of this game yet by any stretch, as they are working on the Roche. It will be a freebie, and IG not going to get a tower out of it, but they do get time to farm. They get their Batrider blink.
They need Ferrari blink before the next push.
How close is he? Our Tinker player. What's he sitting on? 1,800 gold. He probably will have it, unless he... Well, maybe he dies right now, bottom.
Nah, they have a ward on the high ground.
That's true. Okay, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're Rave now, Ben, next step, is it just rolling up these towers? Keep on trying to take objectives?
And don't give up track kills. I think that's the most important thing. It's a 5,000 gold lead right now, but it could easily swing with a couple little track kills.
Let's see if they go for the move.
An axe initiate on Chizbug.
Oh, caught out. Is there a call? Looks like he already used it. Now the chase coming out from a meld, and that's one meld and a dunk. Meanwhile, bottom, no, they lasso with Jo. Hand of God used, he can't heal. Ninja Boogie on the run. He'll end up falling down. Rubik stealing that lasso, but he'll end up dying too. A 2-for-1, not track kills. They're even going to buy back on the Necrophos. They want to re-engage here. They blink call Chuan. They'll get the kill. This...
Do they really need a buyback there?
This Axe getting pretty out of hand, but it's an expensive buyback. And now the Tinker going to TP in bottom. He's blinking out. He's already got the Blink Dagger. And they hold this tower.
That is a completely wasted buyback. That was... I don't actually know why he bought back there. I actually don't know why they didn't give him the Aegis. I think he's much
They gave it to the Axe?
They gave it to Chrissy.
Oh, to TA. Well, let's see if Chrissy can make the most of it now. They're diving Luo. TP's coming in all over the place. The March starting to stack up Jo. Can't let him go down again. This could be a dieback with track gold. Jo, no! Not like that for Rave. The Chen wasn't able to help him out, and that makes it a total disaster. The tower finally falling, but...
Okay, let's fight in the double march, double rocket, under the tower, tanking bristle spray. With no Aegis. Oh my goodness. That's all they needed to not do, is just die like that twice on their most important hero.
Rave, they're a bit of a younger, less experienced team on the big stage, and perhaps it's getting the best of them here, Ben.
Yeah, I think they underestimated, the blinks came out like right as they were hitting their stride. They're like, oh, nice, we're strong, we have mech, we have Aegis, let's push this T1, take control of their jungle, limit Tinker's farm. That's what they had in mind, but the blink daggers...
Oh no, now IG is trying to pick them apart. This is going to be a 3-hero track kill. And now the call turn. It looks like they'll get Chuan here.
Already worth.
But it's a track kill on 3.
Already worth.
They need a lot more than that. And now for 30, he'll start to flex his muscles. You can see him getting more confident around the map. Suddenly your lead farmer. Perhaps that Dagon coming out next. He's already got the Staff of Wizardry. Do you go Dagon here, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Kill Axe.
Is it still the same Tinker build with Ethereal Blade Dagon 5 most of the time?
It depends. You'll see a lot of different ones.
I've seen more like Shivas and Hexes.
Yule's is really good versus Axe too. So, like Yule spam on him, like what's he supposed to do about that?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, Yule spam is good. Bloodstone, of course, a go-to. Force Staff, I do not like Force Staff in this game. But I think Dagon 5 EB or Dagon 5 Bloodstone or Yule's is fine. Shiva's is also... no, never mind, not Shiva's. He shouldn't get caught, so he shouldn't need the armor. But, I mean...
It helps you split push a bit, but...
It helps you split push, and it's decent for team fights where you need the vision and where you need the slow. But I feel like they just need burst to kill someone in lasso.
And they're up against, like, that Chen Necrophos combo. If you don't burst someone down, then they're suddenly healed up to full health. Well, Rave going to push through the bottom lane now. They're clustering up as 5, but you can already see the Bounty Hunter on another journey towards top. He's going to look to drop down a ward and probably even go for another Courier Snipe if he can find it. This will really help the Tinkers. They blink in, they'll Battle Hunger 430. But he starts using the March. He's now being slowed down by the Rod of Atos. Can they get in range for a lift? Ninja Boogie will. Chen Creep's coming out, but there's your swap.
That was necessary.
Yeah, he was in danger. There's a net stomp, then the TA gets him, the Axe blinks on him. Now that Axe does blink on Luo. He'll pull it in. They Necrophos ults him, and that will heal up Jo pretty nicely. Actually, no, doesn't get the kill.
He gets the kill, but not the replay.
Oh, he gets the kill. Okay. So dead for 40 seconds. The siege will continue.
Man, Luo. Luo.
And now they're going to siege, but this is where 430, he accepts the tower's gone. He'll now start split pushing top. This will force a TP reaction, so Rave closing in on full towers down, but again, not having a Storm, a Batrider, maybe a Nyx, they just don't have the right heroes to keep him from doing this kind of split push.
At the same time, they're really limiting Luo's effectiveness, or he's limiting his own effectiveness. I'm not really sure which.
With Luo, you're never sure.
He's sticking around at like 65% HP against an Axe and a Necro. Like they've already like blink called and owned him a couple of times, and blink call Reaper is much worse than that. And on top of the Melt Strike burst, so it's. I think he needs armor too. Like, why is he not building armor versus an Axe and a Bristle or X and a TA? On HP is not that great versus a Necrophos. I think he needs mitigation.
Even a casual cloak would be a nice pickup.
Casual cloak, blade mail even I think is pretty good.
Well, Axe is the one building blade mail right now.
Oh.
Up against the Tinker, this could be a very nice pickup, and that's something we have seen is the mass blade mail strat versus Tinker. Now, of course, the solution to that, to some extent, is just get a Yule Scepter. But so far, 430 not going for it, so I wonder if they go for multiple blade mails here, or if it's just the casual single blade mail.
So now what does Rave do now that a lot of the towers have been pushed down? Their lineup doesn't scale it's as well as IG. I guess they scale similarly, just because they have. It's
just like they're up against Track Goal. Oh, Jayo gonna get caught out now. The track was used already. Jayo's gonna have a heal ready to go though. They're gonna turn on Chizbug with the Necrophos ulti. They'll delete him.
They actually killed the creep that he was TPing on.
Yeah, with the Tinker +1 it would have been different, but instead 430 gonna have to push out the bottom lane. As June will be chased out a bit. Looks like they don't get in range here, but this will set them up for some pushing. Top and mid. Giving up these kills, even if it's only a bounty hunter, it allows Rave to just take objectives. This tower top lane looks to be slated to fall.
I don't know. March of Machines. March, march, march.
Pretty good spell.
It's just no one else is really doing that much. Chizbug is 0 and 5. Luo has died a lot, and it
really is Tinker versus the world.
Yeah.
The Bat Rider is probably the other main hero that can, and the bench to just keep him alive. But aside from that, it's Tinker doing most of the damage. Luo just running in and face tanking and probably dying.
I think what they need to do is actually like lasso Jayo in and then swap him in even further, so he's isolated from his team. Like they might have to sacrifice both Bat Rider and.
But if they manage to kill him, then the push falls apart for Rave.
Yeah, it really does, and it highly depends on Axe's positioning. But Axe's positioning is really difficult because of the march. Like you always get hit by stray marches when you're trying to go aggro on towers.
What do you think about the TA pick? Like, even though she's the leader in net worth, I feel like the TA hasn't done much. Like if you're Chrissy, how do you look to get more active and useful to your team as the game moves on?
Well, they just like it because they're on Dire, and
just for the Roshan, obviously. But like moving forward, what's the best way he can help his team? Do you think?
Siege towers and be at the forefront so that Necro doesn't die. Unlike what happened on that bottom lane.
So kind of be the bait. Chrissy blinking in. This is not how you help your team. He gets Lasso pulled into a takeout. Can he end up surviving here? Runs and burns and
yeah, that's not give up track kills.
Well,
actually, that was.
I guess he dies too quickly. That was helping his team. Man, I feel bad. I jinxed him. TP out. Chizbug gonna track him, but now Blink call into mid onto Tron. Blade mail being used. Tron gonna take a whole lot of damage here. They'll get the kill. TA no buyback, but already 430 mustering the defense's bottom lane.
I agree with you that there could have been a better pick than TA, but Rave like their TA on Dire. They really like it.
Yeah, I'm more just wondering like what his plan is and how they can keep him active.
Oh, he needs a Blink now.
Like I feel like maybe even you go for that Smash style like Blink Hex at some point just to try and catch out the TA.
It's different. Now that they have Blink Reaper on Necro, they can just Blink Reaper, Blink Melt Strike and just delete somebody. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool assassin combo.
At the same time, they need like that's pending like Chuan not being at the right place at the right time, which he often isn't, and Bat Rider not getting initiated on them while they go for that burst, and of course Tinker being in vision. So a lot of it is still dependent on play.
IG, it's a very different style they've had to play this game. Most of their games that they've won, they've just dominated early and just won from there. But this time, they're going to have to resort to rat tactics, map spreading, avoiding fights. We'll have to see if they can execute in the clutch, because ultimately they fell short when it came down to this kind of play in Game 1.
Look at their wards, though. They have decent wards at killing a Tinker.
Top tower is being attacked.
Oh, yeah. They've got the hill ward all the way up on the left side of the map. Very nice for catching him in the trees, especially if they want to siege that top tower. And they're not going to go for this rush yet. Chrissy working on it.
What's up with Bristle's not building armor? I feel like he needs armor a lot. I can understand the Vanguard versus the Chen, but like the Sage? Why Sage?
And then the Ogre Club as well. I guess is he... BKB maybe?
BKB I think is fine here, because he doesn't want to get owned by Necrophos. But at the same time, he needs armor so he doesn't get owned by T8 during the BKB.
Here comes the push. They're going to smoke. If they get a catch here, it would really start them off on the right foot. And they might find the Vengeful Spirit of Chuan. Not the biggest... Oh, even better. They might find 430. Oh no, this is the one here. They can't afford to lose. He just gets assassinated. He just bought a Yules. He has no buyback. He's actually dead for a minute.
That's that ward right there.
This could be the opening for Rave. They might be able to take a lane of racks off of this. IG, do not split push. Oh no! Once again, the tides have turned 430. He bought that Yules possibly to deal with the Blade Mail. The prep for the defense. But there's an Aegis online. It's gone again to the TA, I believe. As they look for the siege, the tier 3 now taking heavy damage. Tracks coming out all over the place, but nobody to get those kills. Taker dead for 30. Rave continue to lay into this tower. Big Bird in the front line, standing strong with that plus armor aura. Your Wildkin doing a whole lot of work. They'll try to heal to keep these creeps alive. Looks like the army will die. They even pop a Chen Dust. Now an Observer Ward planted down the base and they lose their tower. Rave on the back of one Tinker kill. They'll get at least a range Rax. Maybe they get more. They lure Luo in. The swap will keep him safe. Chuan was ready for that. Nicely played. Range Rax down. Can they get the melee? Tinker's going to be up. Rave have to back.
What a great swap by Chuan. So important that Bristle doesn't die there.
It just takes 1 or 2 more Tinker kills, Ben. 1 more, they get the melee Rex mid, probably, if the lanes are like this. At 2 more, they break that bottom lane.
Yeah, he doesn't think that they have vision on the tower, but this ward actually sees a tower, which is why they yielded a kill. That was actually a really smart play from Rave. Oh,
Tense game, man.
S and Y on Bristle.
What does Yasha do for you here?
It gives him armor. 1, 2 armor, 2.5 armor.
Ben, please.
Move speed.
2200 gold for 2 armor. Ugh.
Move speed. He doesn't need move speed. I will give him that.
The Bristle pick has just been a non-factor. I mean, honestly, I was slightly questioning the Bounty Hunter, but I feel like he's done the most after the Tinker this game, along with some good defensive swaps from Chen.
Bat.
And the Bat. It's been, at best, 4v5. But only 430 really able to keep them in this game, it seems. Do they win late if 430 gets super stacked?
If he doesn't get caught, yeah. But it's all
There's going to be... I feel like at some point, Rave should go for double Blink Hex. TA can get one, Necrophos can get one, and then not getting caught gets very difficult.
Well, swap.
You do have swap.
Swap, swap, swap.
Oh, Ben. This is the Tide Turner. It's the pipe.
Oh, wow, they actually got
this push is going to be so hard to stop. They're even going to go in mid right now with Chrissy, it looks like. I'll at least try to force some TPs back. And the thing for IG is they might push waves quickly, but they don't really take towers quickly, so they have to come play defense, which is right where Rave want them. They're leading it with Chrissy. Maybe he'll get swapped out of position. He lays into this melee Rex. It's dropping relatively quickly with all these illusions. He's tracked. They find the right one. Nicely done by Luo, or rather by Chizbug. Still, though, swapped in Chrissy has the Aegis, so they can afford to lose him once. They will. They waste the Chen Hand of God, though.
They didn't even lasso him.
Blink Call, catching out June now. This could be the opening. Now they're going to throw out the Necrophos ulti. They get rid of the Bat Rider. No buyback. They still have not taken Rex, though. Rave closing in on what would be an incredible upset versus IG. They'll bring down the melee now. 1 lane of Rex down. They just need 1 more. At that point, IG will be thoroughly bottled up. And they may go for it now. The pipe, I believe, about to be used for Ryo. Does he have it ready to go?
Nope, he already used it.
Oh, he already
double
used it.
march
30
right
seconds. Do you want to wait for the pipe, or do you just go now?
I think they go now.
All right. Bat dead for 50.
They don't have Aegis anymore. I don't know. It's really risky.
If you do wait for the pipe, though, well, they also get a Necrophos Eggs, but Rave are going to play it safe. They've gotten that first melee. After the way this game started, where they had that huge lead and it looked like it was going to turn with multiple 3-hero track kills, I think Rave are just saying, the main way we lose this game is making big mistakes.
Yes.
Let's not make it.
It's safer to just wait for another Aegis. And it might be slow, but they already have 1 Rex up. And Tinker is still very vulnerable to dying at any point in the game. Blink, if he gets Blink called, he's dead. If he gets Blink Reapered, he is probably dead. Unless, again, Chuan is there to save him, but he can't save everyone.
It's got to be the Tinker he prioritizes. Like, Luo might die, your Bat Rider might die, but if the Tinker dies, all hope is seemingly lost. And now a gem picked up. They want to try and make sure that... Oh, hold that thought. Blink call initiation onto the bottom lane. We'll find Chuan. Another kill here for Rave. It's going to be a solid 4.5 minutes until this Roshan respawns. But during that time, how much do IG get done? They've got these deep wards now, but nobody who can really use them. The Tinker maybe can split push, but at best I think you snipe a courier, and that's about it. And at this point, I don't know if a courier snipe's good enough.
What the heck's with the deep wards?
I guess to protect the Tinker split push to some extent. Maybe for courier snipes. Yeah.
Maybe they're setting up for Batrider ganks too.
Speaking of ganks, might have won Brewing top lane. They're trying to bait this Tinker, but Rave are not going for him.
Yeah, they have Blink, Lasso, and a gem from Chuan, so this could actually be a really important kill. Oh, they might get JO right now? Oh, no. They're not pushing up. There's a gem on Ninja Boogie.
Ninja Boogie would be a really nice kill, and also a much easier one, and he's walking dangerously close. Uh-oh. If he walks like 300 units forward, they're going to go for this. But now 430 TP's out, Ninja Boogie going to back on out of here. Also worth mentioning, he does have a blink, so
they're still staying up there. They've...
Well, he's scattering to the
Ninja.
winds.
They see Ninja Boogie.
They're going for a deep dive with this Firefly initiation. They might even catch the Rubik, but remember, he does have a Blink Dagger of his own, so if he's quick with the reactions, which we saw earlier on the Skywrath, he might get out. No! The ward's gonna find Ninja Boogie. Is there any sort of backup in tow? It's a track kill. The gem hitting the deck. They Hand of God too late again! These Hands of Gods have been quite late from cast.
That ward, those wards just owned them right there. Actually, he technically didn't need the bottom one, but they did need that top one. It's really important that they had that for that kill.
Well, they lose their gem, but they don't lose a core. It's a 1,400 gold swing, and I believe that does not even count the gem in the fight recap. So if that's true, then you're looking at something more like a 3,000 plus 3,500 gold swing.
I think Rave have a really good lineup to deal with the March spam, though. They have Chen heal, Necro heal, Pipe, and Null Field, and Death Pulse. So
yeah, we didn't even talk about the Null Field yet.
Yeah,
it's really good against
it's only
this
1 point.
mass magic damage. Do you think this is a game where he should have only taken like 1 or 2 points in lift and maxed the Null Field first?
Yes. Because Axe is usually there for the disables. 430 hasn't TP'd back yet.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
They're going in now. But I don't think they really want to commit until that Aegis is out. Just plinking away at the tower here. Maybe they got this Ninja Boogie kill. Can he be one-shot by the Tinker?
No way. He has a point booster.
Yeah, point booster earned 1,100 health with the Null Field. Not the solo kill. And that's the thing is, this Dagon build, it used to be Tinkers would just rack up solo kills all over the map, but who is your solo kill? Maybe the Chen. If he's quick on the mech, though. Who knows if he even gets that.
There's no easy kill here. Axe, he can potentially kill himself. On.
Yeah, with the Blade Mail. Moving in again, they're going to finally find this ward and get rid of it, but Chizbug, I'm sure he's got more. In fact, he's got 3 more in his pocket. They blink forward with a sentry. Oh, almost catching him.
That's risky.
Huh. They didn't actually have vision on the bounty hunter, but they just kind of suspected he was in the neighborhood.
So now Ferrari's playing a lot more patient, knowing that 1 death on him is that much closer to them losing the game. And 1 death on him without a buyback is another set of racks.
The Roshan looks like Rave is waiting for it. It's coming soon. About a minute to go. IG with just awful positioning to try and contest it. The mid lane pushing, the bottom lane pushing in. The thing is with the Tinker just hiding top though, like these other lanes are constantly pushing in against him. This Chizbug's going to make his way in now, get some eyes on the rest of Rave. So TP on the Tinker, it seems they only feel safe to even move him into the top side of the map. And as a result...
Uh-oh, Chizbug, he went in on a trap. Whew, it's close.
Very dangerous. They're trying to get some other wards up. It's so crucial for their Tinker that he has an idea of where these heroes are. And he'll get the Hill Ground ward. The Hill ward. Looks like they didn't spot it.
They're just chilling in a Roche. It's about to spawn, but they're running away. There it goes.
So this is the key one for Rave, it feels, Ben. Like, they go for the Roche now, they get the Aegis. They might just be able to win this game outright.
Too.
I would really like to see them give the Aegis to Jo. Maybe they give him cheese this time. But
I
give him
don't know.
something.
He has a lot of HP. He's not the one that's
Bounty Hunter maybe getting caught out here. They get the initiation on the Chizbug. Blink, lift to fall up. Now they're going to steal a Shadow Walk. You'd love to steal that track, but they'll remove him from the game. That's with the eggs. No Bounty Hunter for 70. I mean, not that he really matters for the push, but hey, even if they would have fight, they might not get track gold. Chen Army coming in. Jo going to grab that cheese, and it's time for Rave to 5-man bottom. Already, 430 TPing back. He knows that he's got a lot of heavy lifting to come.
They need, I don't know. I don't know if they need the Aegis on Necrophos, because Templar's the one sieging the towers, which means that he's the one most likely to be lassoed and not be able to use the cheese.
Yeah.
So I think this is a better way for them. So here it goes.
But just having something on the
Do or
Necrophos
die.
side.
Well, he has cheese.
Yeah, the cheese will be very helpful. Chuan getting lifted up, tossed back down, quickly removed. He has no buyback. That's 2 dead. Can they get one more kill? One more kill, especially if it's that Tinker, and you're pretty much in. Necrophos ulti will be cooling down fairly soon. 23 seconds. They're working on it. The Blade Mail being popped by Ryo, trying to force this Tinker back towards the well, and he's going to have to walk back. It's a big opportunity for Chrissy to just lay into this tier 3 bottom. Luo being forced back. Ryo backing on out of here. As the tower drops into critical HP, it will fall. Now 430 on the way out. He's got a blink on back. He continues to spam March, but Rave are going to tank through it. They've got the Necrophos heals. They're staying alive for now. More and more marches piling in. A blink forward. They get the Battle Hunger. With that, 430 gonna have a harder time retreating on out of here. But no, he blinks in again. Battle Hunger removed as he kills off a creep. Now, missiling. They'll send back Chrissy. They've taken tier 3. They haven't broken base, but if they want, they can reset, get everyone back to full HP with the pipe, and go again, this time for a Rex.
They're so close to winning. They can taste it. Victory is almost theirs.
What a win it would be. I mean, coming into this event, I don't think anyone would have given Rave much of a shot in a BO3 versus IG.
What is this, top 6 for them if they win this?
I believe so. This right now is top 8. So you win this game, and you're in the top 6.
Very impressive performance from them thus far.
IG on the other side, a team that is rumored to have big changes inbound. So perhaps this could be their final match as a squad. Burning rumored to be joining the team. There's even crazier rumors out there about other famous players maybe linking up with some of the IG stars like 430, but hell, who knows? Maybe they all leave IG and form their own new team. Point is, this is a team that's likely to be changing after this tournament, and now they'll leap in again with Chrissy. Courier's gonna lend some moral support to the defense, but they'll need a lot more. Traps coming out from Chrissy. March will be prepped, but they can just bull rush their way through this with the pipe, and remember, doesn't go through magic immunity, so Chrissy, if he wants, can just commit with BKB, and he won't take any damage from this.
He still runs the risk of getting lassoed to T4s, which is, I think, what they actually need to worry about the most.
They're waiting for the Courier. Something's coming here for Rave. Dagon gonna be refraction dodge.
Ferrari almost got lifted. Here they go with the pipe.
The tank hit, he's not damaged. Blade Mail pop coming in as quickly as possible. Flame Break trying to slow them down. Chrissy, though, he gets on to the melee and begins to work on it as quickly as possible. They'll lasso him. They'll bring it back. Remember, he's the Aegis carrier. He'll be fine through this as June gets turned around upon Jo. Still holding that ulti. June down. Luo might be next. He's got a BKB going strong for now. Chuan will be slaughtered by the TA. Forced back immediately. Blinking on in. Chrissy can smell it. He can taste it. He'll get another kill. 2 heroes down now. They get a third. No, he Fuel Scepter dodges the killing Necrophos ult. He will die, but he can buy back, staving off total disaster. Still, 2 lanes of Rax down. Your Filipino squad, Rave, so close. They've got 2 lanes of Rax. Do they go for the third? The tier 2's up. They're gonna back after this kill. Maybe not. 430. That's a dieback. It's the end for IG. GG. Rave have done it, the first Filipino team ever. Hell, one of the first SEA teams in a long time to place high at a major tournament. I don't think we've seen anything big since RG Sports with TI3.
Yeah, I like their draft. They played it very well. They dealt with the bounty hunter like he was just no problem at all. They were so prepared for that. And on top of that, Axe dominated his lane. Ninja Boogie came in and killed the Bristleback and pretty much rendered him useless the entire game.
I love their adaptability with the draft. Going for the Necrophos, that is not something they've run much of, but it worked beautifully.